They say you are what you eat, so I don't eat chicken feet. But I love me some of Grandma's pickled beets. Well, cut it up, put it in the pan, throw it over your shoulder and see where it lands right here in Farmer's Kitchen. Maters, taters, beans and corn, the cows in the barn and the sheep's been shorn, kids in the barnyard chasing Grandpa's chicken. Chicken. Spices, slices, cuts and dices, gonna slash your grocery prices right here in Farmer's Kitchen. Help you grow your garden good with recipes to suit your mood. Try some grub you've never tried before. Smash it with a wooden mallet, gonna educate your palate. Right here in Farmer's Kitchen, in Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen. We're gonna cook something good now.
Funding for Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen brought to you by L81 Bottling Company. Taste, love, and share the tradition. Harvest Energy Solutions. Harvest cabins when you absolutely have to get away. Housewarmings, meeting all of your outdoor living and fireplace needs. Kentucky Sheep and Goat Development Office. Try something different tonight. Rose Farm Supply. Family farming and commitment to our customers since 1982. Salt Rocks, the flavor of life. Woods Equipment Company has every tool you need to make working the land as rewarding as hunting it. Chrisman Mill Vineyards, Good Foods Co-op, Weisenberger Mill.
Hello and welcome to Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen and of course Nikki's. And as we look around us, if anybody has noticed, we finally got the complete kitchen. Don't you think?
I think it looks good.
That was a little dark in that corner. Somebody even said, man, that corner's dark, and I kind of agree with them. So we wanted the traditional, I guess you would call it kind of a Hoosier cabinet. We can actually use that for a working surface. Now it feels like we're really in Grandma's country kitchen.
We are.
Traditional. This is Kentucky. It just feels like the country kitchen.
Yes, it does.
Our original thought process when we started this thing. Now, we have an interesting show for you. We've kind of hit a landmark period of time where almost 2 years have rolled by. And we got a lot of stuff we're going to talk about here in just a minute. But first, the Labor Day weekend is almost upon us, so we're going to give you some tips. Now, you've had baked beans, but you want good baked beans. We're going to make today a burger. We're going to make our fried green tomatoes. A lot of people say, well, those tomatoes you canned, are they good? Do they taste like fried green tomatoes? I made something the other day. Tell me, give me your
They
judgment.
were so good that I went out and canned some more today. I'm worried we're not going to have enough for the winter. That's how good they were. They were good.
That's a true statement. And you know what? We got this recipe from my old buddy, Randall Gibson's wife, Dottie.
She's a great canner.
Talked to her on the phone in great length to make sure that that's how they did it, because I've had them before and they're absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
So thank you, Dottie, for this recipe. Now, as we talked about, we're coming up on the 2-year mark. We got a lot of stuff to talk about in a minute. We're going to do a tour of the cabin.
Yay.
Because people have asked for it, and what people ask for, they get. But let's talk about the perfect baked beans. To me, I like them sweet, I like some smoke taste, and a little bit of salt. Yeah. Now, we're going to start here with 2 28-ounce cans here, right? And that's, to me, about the perfect amount. If you want to go ahead and dice some onion here. Now, some people like green peppers. You can do that. You can put jalapeno peppers. You can make them as hot as you want it. But I like to dice onions really small. And you can taste as you go along. Now, the things that I want to use to give it some of that smoky flavor right up the top, and you don't need much, some hickory flavored liquid smoke. I'm just going to put, I don't know, 6 or 7 drops on that on the top. Mix that in because it's concentrated. A little bit goes a long way. I'm going to come back with some Worcestershire sauce. And I'm going to do probably, a teaspoon of that. We're going to go here with our maple syrup. We're going to use 2 tablespoons of real 100% maple syrup. Go ahead and put that in. We'll probably need a little bit more than that. I like a lot of onions. We're going to come back with some brown sugar. And I'm going to probably do 2 heaping teaspoons of brown sugar. Once you get them out there, I now like to put them on the big green egg. You can put them on any grill, but I've already put some big old chunks of hickory on the big green egg to further give us that hickory infusion. And now, let's take our bacon, and we're going to put that on the top until we just cover it. We got our nice little pan here to stick on there that you can grab with a handle, slap it in the big green egg, and watch it 350 degrees for about an hour or so till your bacon's nice and done. Now, your bacon fat seeps down in there and gives that nice flavor. Now, when we come back, we're going to clean up and take a little tour of the cabin. But first, Big Green Egg. All right, we're going to do the tour of the cabin. Now, we're starting on the right wall. If you're looking out where Nikki would be standing on the right, we're going down the right wall. That's our little table. That's our gas-lit lamp. We can go totally off-grid up here if we want to. As we continue on down the wall, we have a little storage area there. And we have our little couch where we do our mail call sessions, which you're going to find out about shortly. All right, now you hear our clock ticking in the background. Guess what? It's 100 and some years old and it still works. We look up at the big beams in the loft where the grandbabies like to sleep. There's Nikki's tiny piano, which has got a lot of history behind it, 100 years old. Interesting stuff. We're still finding out what that's all about. Back to the front door and then back to the kitchen. And that's our quick tour. It's time for Country Kitchen Mail Call, brought to you by Nikki's Tiny Piano and Our 3 Hands. Now on the Country Kitchen Mail Call, we get so many people that are asking questions. I'm going to start sharing that. If we use your question on the air, we will send you something, a special gift from Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen store. Now, one of the most commonly asked questions, and we've had 15 gazillion of these, and this is from Beverly. What happened to your arm? 30 years ago, I was in the Marine Corps, and I didn't have a whole lot of money. My only source of transportation was a motorcycle. I slid on a surface of a road where there was some loose gravel, went down, went under a guardrail, lost the use of my right arm. My right arm is still here, but I don't have any use due to extensive nerve damage with that brachial plexus injury. That does not keep me from doing too many things, as you have noticed. Now, Ron D'Amico, where do you get the cream to make butter? What do you use? Now, I'll tell you what, you can get cream. You can go to Good Foods and get cream. You can get heavy whipping cream, that type of thing, and just shake it up until you have the best tasting butter you ever had in your life. Naomi Rollins wants to know, how do you clean your salt block? Now, kind of think about your salt rock as a cast iron skillet. You want to get that nice brown patina on it, but just scrape it off. You don't have to ever use water on it. You don't want to use water on it. Just scrape it off, brush it off. You're good to go for the next round. A lot of people are asking this question. Judy Criswell wants to know, what kind of heating device are you using? Those are just little portable butane gas heaters. You can find them at Sam's, different places online. It takes a little butane can, you stick it in there, fire it up, and you're good to go. There are many ways to reach us on Country Kitchen Mail Call. First of all, timfarmerscountrykitchen.com. Click Contact Us and you will. Also, Facebook page. We love to talk to you on Facebook page, and we absolutely love old-fashioned things. So don't forget snail mail. P.O. Box 1032, Danville, Kentucky 40423. But that's being said, let's talk about what's going on. Very interesting things have happened over the last couple of years. The biggest thing I can possibly tell you is KET. September 13th, KET1 has moved it to a 7 o'clock Saturday spot. We so appreciate that. And you know what? We have had folks from outside of Kentucky want to take our show and make it more of a national thing. We don't want to do that. We're happy right here in our home state. And guess what? The folks outside of Kentucky are watching us out in California and Texas, all over. We appreciate very much the viewership on YouTube as well. That being said, YouTube is growing and growing and growing. If you haven't seen a particular segment that you want to watch, go on YouTube. And we have 100 and some videos there that are growing every day. All right, drum roll please. Here are our top 10 episodes on YouTube. First, Old Time Hog Killing, Cowboy Campfire, Curing and Cold Smoking Bacon, Making Cheese the Old-Fashioned Way, Building a Pig Pen on the Farm, Raising and Butchering Rabbits, Making Butter the Old-Fashioned Way. And if you keep on going, you see more Cowboy Campfire cooking, Raising Hair Sheep, Tasty Rabbit Recipes, on and on and on. You know, we do things the old-fashioned way, but the technology that we can use today to see what you're liking tells us that you're liking the do-it-yourself type things and the recipes. So we're going to continue doing what we're doing, a little more do-it-yourself type things. You really seem to like that, so we're going to do that.
I'm Lardo.
And I'm Burley. And
we're the Moron Brothers. Got a frog in my throat.
All right, now people say, how do you possibly find the time to do a cooking show? Well, it's very simple. We've got this great recipe, I guess you could say, for the cooking show that works. We eat every day.
That's right.
Sometimes 3 times a day.
Yes, we do.
Now, not being a smart aleck, but you know what? This is what we actually do. We experiment with food all the time. We love to eat good food. We eat out less and less, but we do find some restaurants along the way that have some good stuff.
Good.
And we get ideas from them as well. Also, if I come home from work and we're getting ready to cook, our daughter, who just happens to be the EP on the show, standing right back there, Kelly, is the one who produces this. She comes over in the evenings. She does only this. She does all the editing and does a fine job on my end. Don't tell her. I don't want her to get the big head.
Okay. And she likes to eat too.
She likes to eat too.
That's right.
But we haven't eaten. We're starving to death.
Yes.
The beans came out looking nice and bubbly.
They smell good.
They're cooling down. All right, somebody asked us recently, now those green tomatoes you canned, are they really good? Mm-hmm. We're about to show you. Now these, we just did these, but we had some the other night, and they're absolutely phenomenal. All right, now, here's what we've got. We got some Weisenberger flour, a little salt and pepper, some panko crumbs, and if you will, take those 2 eggs and break them. And we're going to put a little buttermilk in with that. I got this recipe from Mermaid's Restaurant, which is not open anymore, but man, what a wonderful fried green tomato recipe they had. And I'm gonna pretty much follow that right here. Right out of the jar. Our green tomatoes into the flour. Boom. Into the egg. Panko.
That's it?
That's it. And into the oil.
Ooh. Yum.
All right. Let's repeat the process. Weisenberger flour, salt and pepper, as much as you want or don't want. Buttermilk, and egg bath. Straight over to the panko. Just enough. Into the frying pan. Look at those tomatoes. Now, other people, and ourselves included, sometimes we want them in cornmeal. This is a different recipe. Now, some people might say that and say, that's not how some people get really angry if it is different from what they do. Well, we are not the food police. We just want you to try things that are different. Try it. If you don't like it, go back to the old ways. We are not going to come to your house and make you cook them like this. Well, Nikki might, but
I might, yeah.
All right, now, I have never measured this. I just go according to color. But if you want a nice dipping sauce for these tomatoes, just a few ingredients here. Thousand Island dressing. That is about 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise, 2.5 tablespoons of Thousand Island dressing. Look at that. See where we're going?
Looks good.
Dijon mustard, about a teaspoon of that. We're going to follow up with some Tony Chachere's, just enough to color up the top of it. Now, if you really want a little more of a cayenne, a little more heat in there, look at that dipping sauce right there.
That looks good.
Stick your finger in and tell me what you think.
I will.
Oh my! You would be
That's good.
surprised how simple. Certain, you know, you go through your favorite restaurant drive-through window, and they have these special sauces.
Yeah.
Look what we just did. You can use this for a gazillion things: mayonnaise, Thousand Island dressing, Dijon, and Tony.
Can we try them?
It's time.
Oh my goodness.
A real great
Oh
thing.
my goodness.
Great thing about our country kitchen, if just you and me are cooking, we can double dip.
I know. We need to can more tomatoes.
Now we can't eat all this. This is just a side dish.
Okay. Because here we got more food.
But we've got to sustain our strength. But those are right out of the jar, folks.
Delish.
Thank you, Dottie Gibson, for that recipe. Now remember, check out our Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen Facebook page and like it. Keep track of what we're doing, where we're going. Check out timfarmerscountryKitchen.com to look at shows you've never seen before. Simply click on shows, then click on YouTube, and take a look at our various segments over the years. Do not forget, KET Saturday nights at 7 o'clock. Thank you so much, KET, for that great spot. And folks, you asked for it. Now, we've got our sides, but I want some kind of little cold salad. Can you hook me up?
I got something for you.
Tell me what you got.
Actually, when we were down with the Hignites, you guys went golfing, and Kathy made us a wonderful broccoli salad. Simple, throw it in the fridge, you could eat it all week. That's what we lived on.
Our star for the night is a burger. Did you know Americans eat 50 billion burgers a year?
Wow, I like my burgers.
I like my burgers too. Today we got just a little bit of twist on it. Now I made this sauce right here. I'm a sauce nut. Everything has things that complement it. We're going to make a sauce for this burger that is so easy. But it's not your typical burger. It is a lamb burger.
Better yet.
A little secret about burgers, lamb burgers, any kind of burgers. Don't put your salt on until you're ready to eat it. If you let it sit, that salt will draw that moisture out of that, and you're going to have not as good a burger. And the best things to put on burgers or steak, I found this over the years, is just 3. Salt, pepper, and garlic. You'll see me do it a million times. You talk to restaurateurs, guys who know their stuff, that's what they put on any kind of meat before they grill it. Okay, let's move this stuff right up here, and let's get started on your salad.
Alrighty.
We got our lamb patties ready to go. Nice big patties. I got a sauce for that too, which we'll tell you in a minute, that really accentuates that once it comes out. But meanwhile, we're breaking broccoli.
That's right.
Just in smaller pieces. What are you making here? What'd you call this?
Bite-sized pieces. Just a broccoli salad. And some people, you could put red onions, but we're not going to do that today. We're going to just go with the basics. Basic 4 ingredients.
What are your ingredients in this?
Broccoli, the little florets. You can buy it whole and cut your own. Bacon that I already fried up earlier into little pieces for us. And we're going to add raisins.
All right.
And some sunflower seeds to taste. And I've already made the sauce.
What's the
very
sauce?
Simple. It's a cup of mayonnaise, and I put a 1/4 cup of sugar and a 1/4 cup of vinegar, white vinegar. Mix it up, and you can change that according to your taste if you like it sweet or not. And we're just going to pour that on top of all this, stir it up.
Nothing to it.
Got a cold salad, and this sat for a while in her fridge. She said it can go a week even, and just keep eating on it.
As long as it's refrigerated.
All right, here's my bacon. You could have more if you want. We can break that up a little unless you like those big pieces. I'm going to throw some raisins in here. And you like sunflower seeds, don't you? I like this and this a lot. And we'll see if we need any more. That's it. Here's my dressing. Let's see if I need more of that. That's it. That's a salad.
Yum.
And it seemed like the more it sat in the fridge, the better it got to me.
The biggest part of the thing is try some grub you've never tried before.
Voila.
That's it.
Got us a salad. Yeah, we set it in the fridge while we're cooking your burgers.
All right, let's do that. Let's set it out of the way. Let's pay attention to our burgers.
Alrighty.
Now, we've gotten to the point where, again, I don't want to let that set for long periods of time with salt on it because it will draw the moisture out. Now, right before we put it on the grill, I'm going to put my 3 favorite things on this, which is, again, simply salt, pepper, and garlic. When I have them on the grill, there's some things now some people do. Again, we don't tell anybody what to do. But if you start pressing on those and pressing on, you squeeze all the juices out. And you have a very dry piece of meat. I like to do it on higher temperatures.
Okay.
You get it done on either side. You don't have to keep flipping it. Let it cook on one side until you know that it's about done. Higher temperature, flip it over on the other side. But hey, we're there. Look at there. That is as pretty as it can be. Now, I know we used a lot of mayonnaise tonight, and we don't normally do that, but this is for the holidays.
That's
coming up next week. And another mayonnaise dish. I took 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise, balsamic vinegar, just probably a teaspoon of that. Then I put some dill, probably just a half a teaspoon of dill, half a teaspoon of rosemary, half a teaspoon of oregano. Put in here. Look at that right there.
Looks good.
Your mouth's watering.
Yes, it is.
Feta cheese. If you like that sort of thing. Now, again, everything we do is a suggestion, not an order.
Goes good with lamb, though.
Oh,
Feta
it goes good with lamb. Including the little things we put in our sauce. Now, fresh tomatoes from the garden. Now, let's come back with
some lettuce. I'll help you with that. Piece on each one.
Mm-hmm. Some romaine hearts. And look what we got going on here. We have ourselves the Labor Day Lamb Festival of Flavors. Just look around you. None of this stuff is hard to make. It's very easy. It's very cut and dry. And again, we took our buns and we put them in just a little garlic and butter. When we come back, you're going to see the perfect plate.
That looks good.
You know what? These sides you can make with anything, and we've just kind of got this conglomeration here for ideas that you might want to do for your Labor Day crowd coming in. I want you to try those smoky baked beans. So easy.
Those are good.
Taste that hickory in there? I mean, taste it by them. From the bacon.
So good.
From the...
Good.
Oh, actual hickory chunks.
Try my salad, see if you like it.
It's crunchy. Really good. All right. You want to go first?
You go ahead.
All right. The feta cheese makes that pop.
The lamb is delicious. I can tell the difference in that. That's really good.
Now, this is not a hamburger. This is a lamb burger. It's absolutely wonderful. Try some grub you've never... Oh, I got
that is really good. I'm going to have to dig into one of these maybe.
And after you've had 8 billion hamburgers, try your lamb burger. You see those little subtle flavors coming out of here?
Really good. You outdid yourself again.
But we got so much neat stuff coming up. It's fall. What's fall mean? Grandma's pumpkin patch is coming along. But also, molasses. It's sorghum making time. We're going to do it the old-fashioned way. Apple butter coming up the old-fashioned way. Making ice cream for the grandbabies the old-fashioned way. You've told us what you like, and that's the old-fashioned way, the do-it-yourself kind of thing. We're going to keep doing that. Thank you so much for watching. We're approaching that 1 million mark on YouTube. That's a bunch of people watching.
Yes, it is.
Thank you from wherever you're watching. And remember, it's all about good times.
Good friends.
And good eats.
Hey, I wanted that. Oh, that's sweet.
To order a cookbook or DVD of the show, please call 502-319-0487 or email timfarmerck@gmail.com.
Kencove Farm Fence Supplies, Polecat Custom Smokers, Tater Knob Pottery and Farm, and Tim Farmer Productions. Funding for Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen brought to you by L81 Bottling Company. Taste, love, and share the tradition. Harvest Energy Solutions. Harvest cabins when you absolutely have to get away. Housewarmings, meeting all of your outdoor living and fireplace needs. Kentucky Sheep and Goat Development Office. Try something different tonight. Rose Farm Supply. Family farming and commitment to our customers since 1982. Salt Rocks, the flavor of life. Woods Equipment Company has every tool you need to make working the land as rewarding as hunting it. Chrisman Mill Vineyards. Good Foods Co-op. Weisenberger Mill.